a new package came in, and this is actually the original box. And yeah, the seller decided to use the original box as a shipping box, which is shitty. And I tried to remove the tape on some parts, and yeah, took the color. So I have to find a way to actually remove this tape and to open the box. But inside is the Highscreen ST88. And if you take a look at this monitor, can't see the bezel down here. If you take a look at this, that might look pretty familiar. And yeah, we will open it up, take a look, see if it works still, should work, and take it from there. This video is kindly sponsored by PCBWay. Thank you, PCBWay. So I didn't manage to remove all of the tape. Didn't go too well on all the parts, but if you pull it slowly, it works pretty well. Just some rips here. Yeah, so Highscreen was a brand of Phobis, which was one of the largest computer retailers in Germany in the 80s and 90s. And this monitor, and especially if you look at the screen and what's on the screen, it's depaint. And the famous Tutankhamun of the Amiga age. And you can see it says here Universal Color Monitor, PAL Video, Stereo Sound, RGBI Linear Euroscart, and RGBI TTL DIN. And it's high resolution, 600 lines in the center of the screen, RGBI. So let's take a look inside. What do we have? I hope it's still intact. I haven't opened it yet. Let's take a peek. Oh, there's some packing material missing, which is always a bad sign. But I can see we have a manual and some paperwork. Oh, that's nice. These are the actual schematics of the monitor. That's crazy. Okay, so we have the styrofoam, we have the manual, and yeah, I say let's take it out of the box and let's take a look at the monitor itself, because it's pretty pointless to look into the box. So just to put this into perspective, this is the packaging material, which I would say refers loosely to the term packaging material, because it's just some styrofoam thrown in there. And yes, the monitor didn't survive completely, so I will show you now. So, hi there. As you can see, this does resemble a Commodore 1084 a lot, a very lot. So there's where the Commodore logo goes. We have the on-off switch, which seems to be in good order. The flap is still on. That's awesome, because I have one which doesn't have the flap or has a broken flap. Yeah, that's what happens if you ship it in just a box with some styrofoam. The difference between this and the 1084 is that it has stereo speakers, one there and one on the other side, and that is their claim to fame here, I think. Except for that, it looks similar, but it doesn't look quite the same. The case is different. Not sure if there's actually a 1084 in there, but I pretty much think it is, because even the controls on the front look very similar. So I did clean the monitor. I have to still glue this piece here, but this looks like brand new. It's like it's barely used. And before we switch it on, let's check the connections. So we have the composite. We have audio in, which is stereo in this case. We have TTL RGB. We have SCART. We have a switch. VCR, which might point to a switch that switches between composite and RGB on the SCART cable here. We have vertical height and horizontal height, and we have the centering. That's all the connections we need. And that makes this pretty much the most versatile monitor, and the 1084 of course, there is. Yeah, so now let's go and let's power it up. I hope it works. I really, really hope it works. Okay, got my test Amiga 600 out. Let's plug the monitor in. Hope that it doesn't burn. Oh, it's on. It's already on. Yeah, should have probably made sure that it isn't, but it is. It has high voltage, even though there's nothing on the screen. Okay, let's switch on the Amiga. Let's see what happens. Oh, there it is. That actually seems to work. So the flickering is not on the screen, it's just here. Okay, there's even sound.
Accolade presents.
And yeah, I can confirm it's stereo. Nice. And the picture is bright and nice and very vibrant. And it's really nice. Wow, that is a great monitor. You can even switch to green. We would like that. Nice. Yeah, it works. Awesome. And I connected this via SCART. So this is how Amigas are supposed to look. Picture is a bit on the long side. Let me check if I can correct that. So I did fiddle with the controls a little and loaded Amiga test kit, and that is what it looks like. Pretty nice. Pixels. Yeah, looks all absolutely fantastic. Yep, still stereo. Very nice. Very, very nice. So that monitor was definitely a good deal. So I paid 59 euros plus 10 euros 50 postage. So for about 70 euros I got this very nice monitor in the OG box. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm very happy. Trying to capture this on video, I have the two monitors side by side, the 1084, which is on the right side, and the Highscreen, which is on the left side. And if you, well, just take a look, it's pretty much the same. The Highscreen has a green light here, 1084 has a red light, and if we open this, you can see this flap is broken. They are not quite the same. We have a sharpness control, which the 1084 does not have. And we have this green button here, which switches the picture to green, which the 1084 doesn't have. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty much the same monitor. Even with this little cutout here for the label. Yeah, let's take a look from the top. And that's where the monitors look different. The 1084 is a bit more boxy. If you look from the side, it is higher here in the back, where this has a little sleeker look, goes down here. And 1084 has this cutout here, or this piece which is a bit more pronounced, which is not here. It's just the slope here. And we have, of course, stereo speakers on the Highscreen. So it'll cut out here, and the headphone jack. And we have the headphone jack here, and we have the speaker grill. And we have one on the other side, but there's no speaker inside. It's just a mono monitor, and this is stereo. It has smaller cutouts. And let me turn these around and we take a look at the back. Ah, by the way, both have the stand. So if you lift the monitor up, try this one hand. You have this stand here, which you can pull out. 1084 has the same stand. I think I found one thing that the high screen monitor doesn't have, and that is, if you look here, you have two inputs, one for the composite video and one for audio. And if you look here, you have three, because this is composite / luma chroma, and you have a luma chroma switch here, with which you can switch between composite video and luma chroma here. And we have a second thing. We have this RGB input, which is linear RGB, not sure, which the other monitor doesn't have. And I think that the Amiga uses this input right here, while the Commodore 128 uses this one right here. Because this monitor here, the high screen monitor, was supposedly used just with the 128, Commodore 128. Yeah, so these monitors are pretty much the same. I assume they just cost cut and left these out. Pretty sure they could have done these here, and maybe there's even the spot on the board to mount this button and this chroma input. Okay, let's take a look at the manual and the stuff that came with the monitor. It didn't have a connection cable, so it's just the power cable, but it's a standard SCART cable, so that's not a big deal. We have a note that this monitor is protected or protects people from X-ray, which is good, I guess. We have the schematics for the monitor, the other way around, which is not such a big deal back in the day. Many things came with the schematics. Yeah, so let's take a look at the manual itself. I'm filming this the second time because the first time I just forgot to press record. Yay, that happens. We have English instructions, and it does give us the front I/O and controls. We have the stand. We have these composite and audio in, TTL, RGB, and on the back we have the Euro connector and the VCR switch, plus the green button, which is not mentioned anywhere here. So we can see it here. It says green here, but there's no mention of this button anywhere. Yeah, not much to see here. It's in different languages, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We have the pin out for the inputs, which is nice. And that is that. Yeah, so I think that concludes this video. I think this monitor is pretty nice. I got it in a good condition. It doesn't have the luma chroma, which for some who have C64s, C128s might be a thing. But other than that, we have stereo here, which 1084 doesn't have. So I'm pretty happy with this. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Cheerio. Thanks again to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. If you need any PCBs, pre-assembled PCBs or 3D printing, please use the link in the description below.
Thank you for watching Retro is the New Black. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you like the video, please share. Every like, share, and comment helps a lot. Until next time, bye-bye.